Hello again, everyone. Welcome to Feature Friday. I have a great guest here today. I would like to introduce you to Phyllis Cauthen. As someone who's recently taken the plunge into entrepreneurship, she is excited to share her journey with all of us. With a rich background in HR leadership, spanning manufacturing, healthcare, and assisted living, Phyllis transitioned into the dynamic world of entrepreneurship. It's been an exhilarating ride filled with challenges, triumphs, and invaluable lessons learned. Today, she is here to blend her expertise from the corporate sphere with the fresh perspective of a business owner. Let's explore the exciting interaction or intersection of HR management to executive levels and entrepreneurship, and discover how we can leverage these insights together. Welcome, Phyllis. Thank you.
Thank you, Tanya, for having me here today to be able to share with everyone else my strengths and my weaknesses and to be able to help each other.
Yes, I am so grateful that you are willing to do this. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself other than what I just said so that we know who you're talking to or listening to?
Absolutely, I would love to. So I'm born and raised in Marion County, Florida. I've gained my bachelor's degree in business administration, married for 37 years, have 3 children. They're all graduates from college. And my newest, or I shouldn't say newest, but our youngest child will be heading off to medical school in the near future.
Wow, that is wonderful.
Yes.
Very cool. So now tell us a little bit about your business. You just became an entrepreneur recently. So what is that all about?
Oh, that's been exciting. Quite the road. I've really enjoyed being a franchise. It's called Schoolie Mitchell of Ocala. It allows me to partner with various types of businesses to help streamline their operating costs and boost their profitability. How amazing is that?
That is wonderful.
Yes.
So, okay, that kind of goes into first, I want to know what you love about your business. Why are you in this business? And then I want to know, how do you do that for businesses?
Absolutely. What I love about it is because it allows me to be the business owner's partner. We are the advocate for the business owner, do not represent one vendor at all. So we focus solely on the business owner. So the way we go about the process is we gather their service agreements that they have with their vendors, gather information in regards to 3 months of invoicing, gain access to their portals if there's portals. We also conduct a fact-finding discovery call with the business owner, see where they're currently at, focus also on their goals to be able to help them gravitate towards those goals. So corporate will take all that information. Corporate has all the vendors relationships, depending on which category they will that we want to focus on at a particular time. They will negotiate new pricing, see if they're being even invoiced correctly, because 28% of the time they're not being billed correctly. So
Wow.
we're able to, because of the service agreement and the invoices, if they're not being charged correctly, we will go back to the vendor and say, hey, you've overcharged my client. And then they refund them.
That is fantastic. No wonder
Yes.
you love your job.
Absolutely. I get to add value to their business. There's nothing better. So with the services that I provide, it helps them be able to focus on their business and not in their business. So we provide the business owner with anywhere from 2 to 3 different options to help them meet their goals. They will choose, then we help implement the new process. And then we continue to do so through the contract.
So you continue monitoring their invoices and vendors to make sure that they're not being overcharged and they're being billed correctly and there's no better deals to be had for them.
Absolutely. So we will continue to seek additional savings for them.
And they don't have to do anything else.
No, not at all.
What? Sit back and make more savings? That is
Yes.
okay. So I don't know, but what kind of obstacles have you faced in running this business? And more importantly, how have you overcome them?
All right. So the obstacles that I have experienced has been being discouraged because it hasn't moved as quickly as what was portrayed, because it is a franchise that I've invested into. And so I just evaluate my process, myself, my area. And I've made great relationships through networking opportunities and talk with other business owners to see what their struggles are. So we're able to actually make a great connection and support each other. So another way that just being able to support each other, you know, with the ongoing confidence. One of the individuals that I have created a relationship with, she had suggested a book for me, and it is called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. You know it well, don't you?
Yeah, that is a fantastic book that is timeless.
Yes. Yes. So she had provided me with it comes with a sheet, an audit sheet that you supposed to do the audit sheet along with reading it. And I discovered some of my weaknesses while I was filling out the sheet. And like one of them is my financial goals. You know, I'm not pushing myself enough, not believing in myself. So this has been great to be able to sit there and evaluate myself for growth, and then listening to podcasts.
So the obstacle that you faced is, you know, the self-doubt, the mental, you know, limiting beliefs that we have. You know, statistics show that as humans, we always overestimate what we can accomplish in a year, but we underestimate what we can accomplish in 5.
Really?
Yes. And so this obstacle that you have faced, you have overcome it by surrounding yourself with peers who are like-minded and growth-minded, who can help you overcome those limiting beliefs that we really don't know where they come from, right? They're not our own. They're just
Right.
from growing up and environment and just random people and random things that we hear that get embedded into our head, right?
Yeah, it gets embedded very deeply.
And yeah, so it's wonderful to have that support system and have other business owners kind of come and say, no, that's okay. That's how it usually works. There's nothing wrong here. Let's just tweak our expectations. Let's set realistic goals and plans on achieving them, right?
Absolutely. You got to make those plans to achieve them. Got to take those steps.
That is awesome. So now on the other side of the coin is, what is running smoothly in your business and how did you accomplish that?
I have been able to network better as time has progressed, finding the right associations to be part of and to meet the people that I can ultimately help. It's all about being intentional.
Intentional on who you're networking with.
Absolutely. It
So,
will get you in front of the right people.
and that's so not only have you found your target audience, but you have found that secondary target audience that will lead you to your primary, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's a shame that I didn't think about it before, because these are groups that I was part of prior to me taking on my entrepreneurship endeavor. So sitting there contemplating on what's working, what's not working, what can I do to make things work right or work better. And I realized I need to be part of the associations that I had visited with before. And once I did, I was greeted with open arms.
As well, you should be.
Yes, we all should be.
That is wonderful. So how did you get that networking piece running smoothly? What did you have to do?
Step out of my comfort zone.
That's the only way to grow.
It is. And it was about researching, going on Facebook, looking at the different associations that are in the area, evaluating their times when they meet, and just seeing who's all part of those networking events and who I ultimately want to target.
And being intentional.
Yes, and being intentional. Absolutely.
That is what you're doing, is being intentional in everything that you are doing, even networking.
Yes. Yes.
So do you have any words of advice for our audience who are also business owners?
Sorry about that. So yes, my words of advice is to invest time in yourself. You have to start with yourself before you can help anyone else. Ultimately, that's the reason why we go into business, because we want to help others, but we all help others in different ways. But you have to invest time in yourself and money, such as books, podcasts, also creating the wonderful relationships with the networking.
And when we were talking before getting on this meeting, you had said something that was very profound, and you don't just read the book, right? You don't just read it cover to cover. What do you do with books? How do you utilize them?
You take the information and study it, and just don't read the words. Take action. Take action, because if you don't take action, nothing's going to change.
That's, yep. So one of my favorite sayings is, knowledge is not power. The application of the knowledge is the power.
You are absolutely correct.
And that's what you were just saying, is don't just
Yes,
read a book, study it, apply it, take action, right? That's what makes a difference.
absolutely. It works every time.
So now, what kind of companies can you help? Is there a specific industry, a specific size, anything like that?
So whenever it comes to industry, there's no specific industry, because of I have 13 different categories that I can help a business in. So it's not specific to an industry, which is really nice. I mean, I can help anywhere from healthcare with their payment processing, to their waste because it's specialized waste. Software can help out with software, help them make sure that they have the correct software for the size of their company.
Wow.
Another area is fuel. So I can help individuals that are in the trades, the skills, the construction trades. I can help them in that same type of scenario along with fuel.
Very cool. So how would someone be able to get in touch with you?
They can call me on my cell phone, which is really the best way.
And
It's 352-342-3819.
okay. Thank you so much for being here with us today. Phyllis's information will be in this video so that you can get in touch with her and hopefully start saving some money and getting your income back, right?
Right.
Thank you so much. And until next week, have a great week.